Harold, I'm afraid I need you to come with me.
Oh, hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine, your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But wait, I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
Wait, but only last month it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
Fell foul of the end-user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes not to see you again soon, Harold.
Instantly iconic ad campaign, Got Water. Castle Shop oversaw the introduction of digital real-time in 15,300...
Can't you just put this on my account? I'll pay as soon as I...
Mr. Halibut, you don't have an account. Not since we blocked it.
Please, Mr. Secretary, let me just... look, can't we...
Your name is Mr. Secretary?
My title, young man, is All-Water Secretary number 24. It is not my name. Anyway, I'm afraid All-Water Corporation can't be seen to make exceptions. You'll have to go through the proxy payment process like everyone else.
Passenger approval shortly afterwards, and we hope the recent local waters probe...
what would happen if you just let me go?
I would have to file a B-52, and you would quickly be on the very displeased end of Major Sandstrom. The rules and regulations are there for a reason, Mr. Halibut. I'm not strict for the fun of it, but otherwise, things would be unfair. We can't be having preferential treatment now, can we?
I suppose not.
We rebranded from the
Mr. Secretary, is there any possibility of me getting out of here on my own?
Okay, look, let me check the protocols.
System routes were unveiled to the public in 12,787 AC, followed by the first replacement of our inaugural CEO with Madame Brenner Castlechop the year after. Then, in 13,760 AC, we enjoyed our first instantly iconic ad campaign, Got Water. Castlechop oversaw the introduction of...
I must apologize. I've combed the precedents and records, and there really are no options open to you.
And in 15,342.5 AC, we held the first employee satisfaction survey and underwater pro-employee plan initiatives, perhaps known more commonly as Fess Up. This was
So, what are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for All Water?
What? No, I meant... because it was a joke, doofus.
Oh.
Yeah. Could you let me wait in peace now?
Oh, sure. Will do. Have fun.
Felix?
Hi, Ma. Look, before you say anything...
Whatever your excuse is, it'll have to wait. Busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
Freedom! Have fun, Harold!
In 12,780 AC, we rebranded...
We reluctantly interrupt your daily business for some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company, we seem to have discovered something super cool. Please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre to for some important information.
From the Municipal Freshwater Clarification Agency.
Oh, Harold, here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
Instantly iconic ad campaign, Got Water. Castle Shop oversaw the introduction of digital real-time in 15,300...
Mr. Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
A ticket home?
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
Opening up the Pelican Station area back to the public. A landmark customer poll reflecting our continued commitment to being approachable and accountable.
Every time I need you, Harold, it's something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time...
This must have an underlying cause. I remember when you were still in school and your teacher telling me about how you would just stare out of the window, oblivious to her even shouting at you. It's like you've never stepped out of that daydream.
I was never in a daydream, just... the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds or never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
I'm sorry, Professor.
This location is not accessible via your permission slip, and you know it. Destination chosen. We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey. You have arrived.
Sir, is that
Please
all
exit the tube
have
in
had
an
to close
orderly
the
manner.
line temporarily
We
for
hope you travel with
improvement
us again
works.
soon.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving? A man has a right to know.
I don't know the exact decision-making process that led to this, sir, but I assure you it will be for the good of your overall long-term tube traveling experience.
So will we get discounts on the other lines as a result of the inconvenience?
As of yet, there is no discount scheme in place, as we calculated the possible inconvenience to be negligible.
Wouldn't need a discount if the prices weren't so high in the first place.
I can't comment on the pricing strategy, I'm afraid, sir. I'm just a travel secretary.
So what can you comment on?
I am authorized to comment on the nature of the tube closure, which is that All Water have had to close the line temporarily for improvement works.
Yes, you said that. Have these improvements been carried out before?
I cannot say if the exact same optimizations have been made to another line.
So what can you comment on?
I can confirm that there is no discount scheme in place, and that we believe the fares to be fair.
So who calculates the fair price?
I can't comment on the pricing strategy, I'm afraid, sir. I'm just a travel secretary.
This is ridiculous. Can I talk to your manager?
Certainly, sir. If you'd just like to go to the All Water public office and make a managerial communication meeting request with Secretary 24 there. The reason, sir, is that All Water have had to close the line temporarily for improvement works.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving? A man has
This
a right to
location
know.
is not accessible. This location is not accessible via your destination decided. Enjoy the view.
But Harold, I'm tired of chasing after you like you're a stupid butterfly.
Hang on. What's a butterfly? That sounds silly.
A butterfly is an insect from Earth. They had beautiful patterns on their wings and drank pollen from flowers. I suppose you could say they often appeared in extra natural moments in life. On the other hand, they were terribly inefficient, flighty, overly trusting, and delicate. Ergo, you never take responsibility, and I never know where to find you next.
I know I drift off a bit sometimes, but all water raised the tube fares again, and they never announce it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold. We don't have time for your flights of fancy right now. There's important work afoot.
Oh, yeah.
Have you checked the blockage in the filter station yet? And did you need to feed the fish too?
Yes, those two. I'm on the case. Bye, Professor.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, I'm sure those are all my tasks for the day.
You seem to have waylaid your PDA. It really is a wonder you get anything done around here.
Thanks, Professor. It's got a life of its own.
Strangely enough, I noticed you hadn't added your daily task list to it. And I don't want to have to remind you about them again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. So I access the list. It'll come back to me.
Just go to the 4 selection buttons.
Okay. Where were they again?
The upper right of the pad.
Yeah. Top of the 4 buttons, right? Cool. Then I use the navigation nub to highlight and then hit the bottom button.
Precisely.
Okay, great. And it's the rightmost button to go back, right?
Indeed. Now hop to it. And I'll see you at the Agora Arcades when you're done.
Drat. It's out of food. Better ask Cyrus about this.
Harold. Perfect timing.
Oh, Signor Tenenbaum. You too.
I was just hoping to watch some Sansu's Ash. Got any idea how to work the old telly?
Yeah, I think it's one of those all-water ad-only models.
Should still be good for watching the announcement on tonight, though, right?
You're really gonna watch that? They'll just announce another tube price hike again.
Well, who knows? Diego from Health Services said he heard something about the reveal of something
Found that they make us up to 16% happier in our day-to-day
What is
lives.
Sansu's Ash?
Yes, Sansu's Ash, Eternal Love.
Plan to get some
Best
plants?
and only
Come and
Turkish
increase the
novella
breed
we
in
have
your
on
life.
board.
Come to
I thought season 18 was bad, well, with all the drama around Emery's cousin and whatnot. It's worth powering through to season 36, though. That's where the plot really thickens.
I'll try to check it out someday.
Anyway, don't mind me, Harold.
Bye, Chris.
See you later, Harold. I'll be here if you want some company.
Elsewhere, you schlep it there.
Hey, Sai.
Oh, hey, Harold. What's going? How's up?
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and feed the filter station.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, given fish blood is such a good fertilizer, what does slow release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish. If samples were taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Sai, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Oh, yes, sorry, Pratt. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it. I'll have to formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed. I'm working on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
But I mean, can fish even taste?
It's not just about taste, it's about nutrition. We want their gills to function optimally, don't we? And their pigments to express as vividly as possible, a bit like flowers.
Sai. New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it, promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks. I'll let you know what they think.
Oh, did you see that?
Was that fish real?
I'm not sure. I mean, even if it wasn't, their methods are getting way more sophisticated lately.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to seeing what stunt they're going to pull next.
Me too. As long as I don't have to clean it up. Do you remember their first messages?
Yeah. Wasn't it something about Fedora not being able to take off being a conspiracy?
Yes, on all those little flyers. Handwritten, too. What did that fish message mean, do you think?
I guess something about exploring the planet?
Didn't it say what's out here?
Ooh, like they've hidden something?
Maybe they think the ocean is a conspiracy, too? Little fishy, your little dishy is now served. Okay, Herald Bot Diagnostic Report. Scanning. All tests completed satisfactorily. Enjoyment evaluation minimal. Energy levels depleted. Recharging required. Next destination, Agora Arcades. Why isn't this working? So typical. I suppose the ticket reactivation is still going to take a while.
Is your face feeling tired and puffy?
Hello again.
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
Oh, be my guest. Not that I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did, and we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. We'd be back on Earth, and where would that have got anyone? We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home, even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castletop.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castletop, the CEO of All Water Corporation. More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together, before we unveil the next step of that journey.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation. He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the Schlipmeyer Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation. And of course, 120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense, toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes, we're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right, the buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure. Makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? For this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exactamundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah, man. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch.
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buona notte, Chris.
Buona notte, Harold.
Sometimes see your grandchildren, and it's like you see through time.
Fedorans. The all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Please attend to the necessary travel arrangements. Get home safe.
Oh boy. What a day. Here's hoping tomorrow's a bit more relaxed. I could do with a day off. All this running back and forth for people is tiring, man. But, Agent Harrelson, that's what they pay you for. Don't let us down now.